up, everybody? This is Gunz, One on Gunz, coming at you live, New York City, Gramercy Theater. Do I really need to introduce this man, my buddy to the left right here, Bert from the U's. What's up, buddy? How are you, man?
Thanks for having me.
Dude, immediate smiles as soon as I saw you walk in, man. It never gets old, dude. So stoked, so happy to see you, my friend.
Great to see you too, always.
How would you sum up Bert is right now?
Excited, lively, livid, perfunct.
All the above and more?
Obtuse.
Gotcha.
Feline.
Perfect, great, very excited.
No, it's literally, and I'm using the word correctly, it's literally the most exciting moment in the Used career right now, today. We have a new record coming out that we're so excited. We've never been more excited about new music. Everybody just is full of positivity. Even on our bad days, there's a fire burning.
Now the album comes out April 24th. It's called Heartwork. We've been able to hear a couple of songs so far. You had Blow Me featuring our buddy Jason, who absolutely, dude, when I heard this, I was just like, hell yeah, smiles all around. And then you have a poem by John Milton that just came out as well. What a great way to launch this next, not step, not era, but just to launch the Used again, baby.
Right, this record, we wanted to make
shreds, dude. I'm so stoked.
Me too. So excited. We wanted to make a record that's kind of a throwback to the first three records and what it felt like in the studio. We had the most fun we've ever had in the studio from 2000 to 2006. So we kind of wanted to recreate that. And what we thought that meant was having no preconceived notions about anything, having no agenda, having no concepts. Just getting in and making songs from the heart once again. I think that there's a real resurgence for like music with feeling, which is so wonderful and so good for the Used because we've always been maybe the band with too much feeling. But this record is the most fun. I think front to back, it's just like how the first couple records were just genreless. There's the heaviest songs we've ever produced. There's the poppiest songs we've ever produced, and definitely the most heartfelt. It's a little bit politically charged, but not in a way that's going to separate anyone into teams.
You're not going to neglect anybody or anything like that. It's just going to, just be the Used.
And my favorite part about recording records as an adult is my connection to the literary world and how I kind of force feed the books into the record. And so 3 of my favorite books are in 2 of the song titles. Really? So that's just like, I'm like a little kid. I'm so excited.
You mentioned first 3 albums. Man, when Feldman worked on the first one, I mean, there was nothing quite like it. Now you're back with John again. That rules. You also, this album is stacked. You've got Hoppus on it. You got Jason, like we said, who deserves so much more credit and praise just with all the stuff he's been able to do in his upbringing and the shit he had to go through in life as well. And like, dude, it is, who else do we have on it? I mean, this album, there's something for everybody on it, but just right there alone, man, 2020 and Used is crushing it, baby.
So stoked. Tons and tons of amazing guests on this record, cool features. Travis Barker plays drums on Obvious Blase. Caleb sings a verse and the heaviest breakdown of all time on a song called The Lottery. We're just surprise guests all over the place.
So do you just go through your phone and just text people and you're just like, hey, you want to come through? Or is it like who was around in LA or just like...
We try to get the most passionate people. We try to get the best of the best of the most passionate. Caleb is, he's driven, he's insanely focused. He nailed it out in one day. I think before he played a show in New York, he recorded the part and sent it to us. Yeah, Jason is the most gentlemanly human being out there. He's just he's peace and love, like walking around as this explosive energy and creative force that can't be touched.
That's what the stage does when you go on there, man. Same with you, man. When you step on stage, that's what Bert does.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate that.
I mean, that's what you were born to do. And that's why every time we're able to see you, and they're on the road right now, they're playing Gramercy Theater right now. Very stoked for this, man. Somebody who saw you with the H2O and Boxcar Racer back in the day, dude. I've been through it, man.
Those are exciting times for the Used. And I feel like for some reason, it feels a lot like that time. Like there's an excitement in the crowd, there's an excitement in the world, there's this urgency to feel things in a real way again. People want to feel like little kids at shows. I think, you see more people putting their phones away, more people like, I didn't get as many pictures as I would have, but I was there, I was living in the moment. Yeah, so cool.
You've been able to, the beauty about the Used is you've been able to put out a ton of albums and everything kind of represents the Used at perhaps a specific moment in time. What is different about this one? Could this album have come out 5 years ago? Or did it have to come out right now, do you think?
Yeah, even the stuff that's kind of has been overshadowed by negativity on this record seems like it still is a force of positivity. It feels like even the most heartfelt and urgent and longing lyrics and melodies still kind of come at you with this inspirational force. It feels like there's a lot of really epic kind of legendary moments to inspire yourself, which I think the Used has always been a band to like pick you up off your feet, and there's a lot of wordplay, there's a lot of really fun hidden secrets all throughout the record. So yeah, just like the Used has always done, this is a little bit of everything, but even with the stuff I tried to kind of force the negativity out in a therapeutic way. Was, for example, there's a song called The Lighthouse, and the initial chorus was "I can't be your lighthouse," but when I sent it home to my wife, my daughter was like, "Dad, can you change it to I can be your lighthouse, because you can be," and I, like, how am I gonna say no?
Yeah, I mean, you can't say no to that. Yeah.
6-year-old. Yeah, so many special moments on this record like that were, it feels like, maybe feels like your life and the universe is crashing into each other at the same time. It's just this right place, right time kind of thing.
And that's absolutely incredible with that. And like what you've been able to do for fans, and every time I interview you throughout the years, each album, Psycho, etc., and beyond, I can tell right now though, man, you feel good. I'm getting good vibes from you. You feel good again, man. Like, I'm happy for you. Like, I'm pumped, and I think the fans are gonna be pumped that Bert is excited.
Yeah, 2020 is. There's a secret about 2020 that it's the year that everyone can actually make positive things happen in their own life.
Okay.
A good way to put it would be dreams come true, but I think it's easier said when small goals happen. Once you see yourself kind of take that step, you build up the courage to take another step.
Yeah.
And yeah, we've never been more happy or healthy in our lives, so we're on cloud 9, man.
You guys have been able to talk about subjects that other people weren't talking about throughout the years. And even Canyons, man, you opened yourself up in Canyons, really gave us an insight look on that. Were you ever scared to reveal anything about yourself or open yourself up to? Like, was there ever a subject matter that you were ever hesitant about, do you think?
The Canyon is a good example. I think that the Used normally writes about personal, serious things, but in a way that's general enough to where you could actually take that for something in your own life. The Canyon, I got pretty specific, very specific. It was almost more like journal entries, and yeah, that's a scary thing. And also, I feel very fortunate to have that kind of outlet. I lost a close friend of mine, and I was able to spend almost a full year of my life using art as this tool for grieving and acceptance of death and mortality. So I'm beyond fortunate or blessed, or however you'd like to look at it. But yeah, so is
there ever like a
there's been moments. I was physically sick when the Canyon came out. It didn't feel good, but I think true art always has that ability to kind of snapshot where you're at in your life, and it should never be forced into something it's not. I think this new record couldn't be forced into the negative space that we've kind of occupied in the past.
Yeah. What album, is there ever an album that you think that you guys have put out that you think perhaps didn't get the reception that it should have, or maybe whether it was industry, label, bullshit, whatever, the powers that be, God knows, whatever it is, that you think that if it came out at a different time that it would hit better, or do you think would have got better reception?
I think all the Used records have been in a really kind of cool place, whether it took people maybe a year to kind of listen back to it and be like, whoa, I really understand that now. Or I think, maybe one record that I personally enjoy more than most of the Used records is The Ocean of the Skies, because it sounds like trash. We left all the mistakes in there.
Yeah.
I'm singing out of tune on purpose. We really wanted to put our ears to the test on that one. Plus, it's so full of secret codes and messages and symbology, and yeah.
But the OG fans get it. If you get it, you get it type.
I think if you get it, you get it. And Itty Bitty is like a fan favorite. Yeah, really fun.
Rapid fire question real quick, Bert, from the Used. One song that you wish fans would appreciate more from The Used? What's one of your favorite songs that you're just like, fuck, just listen to it and please embrace it?
I like to give the Used fans credit. I think they really embrace the songs. One of my favorite Used songs is called The Ocean of the Sky, and it's actually the Odyssey like summed up into that 3.5 minutes, the full story of the Odyssey.
The Cliff Notes version.
I think that, yeah, exactly. All of my favorite parts. So I think that if fans dig a little bit deeper into The Ocean of the Sky, they might appreciate it a little more. But it's very noisy as well. It's like, I'm pretty sure they did that on purpose, but holy shit, why would they do that on purpose?
If you were to look back, we mentioned that Boxstar tour in H2O in those early days. I remember The Used, Boxful was on Road Rules Real World soundtrack with Thursday and Juliana Theory. Dude, I've been around, man. I know my shit,
awesome.
dude. Gunz knows, man, and I've been supporting for years, dude. 18 plus years now, man. Fuck yeah. If you were looking back at those early tours, a grade system, A through F, A plus, F being terrible. How would you rate? How was The Used on tour to deal with? Do you think back then? In the early days.
Well, we have kind of a middle grade because we've always been very, very caustic, and it might burst into flames at any moment. But I think we've always functioned with a genuine respect for people and for people's love of music. So we're never being rude to people, but if we trashed your dressing room, that might have been rude to you as well.
Once or twice, right? Yeah.
So we probably get an F for cleanliness, but we get an A for respect.
Yes, and A plus for a hell of a great music to put out. A lot of reunions, a lot of tours coming back. Cartel's announcing that they're coming back, etc. My go-to is Midtown. I fucking love Midtown.
Oh, that's awesome. We were just talking about Gabe earlier.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice, very cool. What band would you want? Who needs to come back, do you think?
Oh man, there's so many cool bands. One of my favorite bands from that early 2000s was this band Stun.
Okay.
They were an incredible band. It was like some of the guys from Street Drum Corps. They were kind of like a mix between Rage Against the Machine and Jane's Addiction.
And Rage is back now too.
Rage is back.
Yeah, hell yeah. I think the world needs that. The world needs that.
World needs more of a lot of stuff. But I think that everybody's feeling that. I think that feeling is. It was 10 years of like kind of mindless EDM, and I'm not saying that you can't feel something from anything from vibration, but I think that this kind of the combination of words that are spoken with sincerity and melody is something magical.
Favorite lyric right now? 2 more questions. Favorite lyric right now? What lyric hits you when you sing it live on stage now? Looking out to people that may have seen you 18 years ago on that first album run, now have kids themselves or whatever. What lyric hits you the most right now?
I think the song Paradise Lost, a poem by John Milton, has really grown on me. It was one of the first songs in the session for Heartwork, but the more I listen to it, the more I kind of get a deeper meaning behind the song, especially with the poem in retrospect.
Right.
But can't bring myself to cut ties. I know you better than anyone. Blessed with this curse my whole life, won't let me shake the shadows. Pretty cool.
Oh, nailed it. Final question, the rumors that are out there. What would you want to say about a certain other band that you're friends with, etc.?
Are you talking about Rage Against the Machine? Yeah, we're so stoked to go out on the Rage Against the Machine tour. It's going to be super fun. We're actually on most of the tours this summer. We're doing the Starting Line, they're back. We're doing the Cake is back.
I love it.
For a reunion tour, and of course My Chemical Romance is going to take us out all over the world for sure. Of course they would. Of course they would. Of course they would, Gerard. Of course they would, Gerard.
Did you talk to him? Were you surprised? Did you know? There were rumblings. There were.
I know everything. I know you better than anyone. Yeah, I think the whole thing always gets so blown out of proportion, but we've been chatting, and there might be a big tour.
Can you do it for me and for the fans?
Can I do what?
Make it happen.
I can't do anything. I can do everything.
Perfect.
It's already happened.
Listen, it's 2020, right? Dreams are coming true. That's
Everybody's dreams are going to come true this year, whether you like it or not.
Most importantly, though, Heartwork comes out April 24th. 2 songs available right now. They crush. Sonically, Feldman crushes it. You guys always were able to bring out those ridiculous guitar tones, etc. Just timing structure, your vocals. Hearing a Used song, even if you don't know it's the Used, you hear Bert's vocals and you're like, that is the Used, man. That's a very cool thing to be able to have.
Appreciate that.
And listen, man, 18 years plus going strong, dude. Hell yeah. From Maybe Memories into Taste of Ink into Bulimic. 1, 2, 3 combo right there. First album. Let's go, dude.
Let's go.
Cool. Anything else you want to say to fans out there? Last thing, one on Gunz?
All the hardcore fans know who they are, and thank you so much for allowing this dream to continue. 20 years is insane to think about, so
there it is.
Much love.
Check it out. Heartwork, April 24th. Check out the songs, pre-order.
420, 420.
There we go. Yes, sir. It's Gunz. One on Gunz.